So I completely fell off my reading habit this week, and trying to get back on track made me realize something important about how we restart habits. Here's what happened. Life got busy, multiple projects, deadlines piling up, and my reading habit just disappeared. And when I tried to get back to it, I thought, okay, just pick up where you left off, 10 pages a day like before. But when I sat down to actually do it, 10 pages felt massive. Like it was too much. And I think a lot of us do this. We try to restart at the same intensity we were at before, even though we have zero momentum right now. And it just makes you feel terrible, right? Like you're falling behind or you're just being lazy, which then makes you want to avoid it even more. It's this weird cycle where the guilt about not doing it makes it harder to actually start. So I'm sitting there feeling stuck, and I realized I was approaching this completely wrong. Instead of trying to jump back to 10 pages, I changed my goal to one page, just one. And I know that sounds almost too simple, but hear me out. When you've fallen off, you don't need big goals. You need momentum. You need to prove to yourself that you can show up again. So whether it's reading, working out, writing, whatever, make the goal small enough that you can't talk yourself out of it. And there's actually research that backs this up. There was a study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology where the researchers tracked people forming new habits. They found that simpler actions became habitual more quickly. Another study by Philip O'Lally at University College London followed 96 people and found that habits took an average of 66 days to form. But the key finding was this: the simpler the behavior, the faster it became automatic. So when you're off track, complex goals work against you. Your brain resists them. But when the action is simple enough, there's way less friction. Here's what I noticed when I actually did this. I'd read my one page, and most of the time I'd keep going because starting was the hard part. Once I was already reading, continuing felt easy. But even on days where I only read one page, it still counted. I showed up, I did what I said I would do, and that makes it easier to show up the next day. It's less about the quantity, and it's more about rebuilding that consistency. So if you're trying to restart something right now, here's what I'd suggest. Take whatever your original goal was and make it way smaller, like almost embarrassingly small. If you were reading 20 pages, start with 2. If you were running 3 miles, start with a 5-minute walk. If you're meditating for 20 minutes, start with 2. You can always do more once you're actually doing it, but you can't build on something that doesn't exist. The point isn't to stay at this minimum forever. Once you're showing up consistently again, you can increase it. But first, you just need to get the habit back in place. So yeah, that's what worked for me this week, and I'm curious if any of you are dealing with something similar. So drop a comment, let me know what habit you're trying to restart. And also drop a like on this video because it helps with the algorithm. Keep learning, keep growing, keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.